And we have everybody that's holding up the walls and everybody that's holding up the bleachers, come on over and have a seat over here on in the bleachers. Let's give these guys a round of applause for coming over and having a seat on the bleachers. Come on over. I know you guys want to have the donuts and stuff, but come on over. You guys come on over here. Come on over. All right, I appreciate you guys doing that for us. Candy's in the house. Give her a round of applause. There's Candy. Okay, I will turn this over to Adam and everybody listen to what his message is and here's Adam.
Hey. How you guys doing? I'm going into my email right now. What kind of school is it? We're in the technology age, we can't even get access. Alright, that's alright. I wanted to show you guys a little trailer of a new movie I did, but that's okay. You guys will see it when it comes out. Hello, my name is Adam Beach. Sometimes they call me Adam Beach. Or Hey Victor.
I don't know.
Shut up, Thomas, I'll have to beat you up again. No, I don't need that. Yeah, you need volume and the whole thing. It's alright. I'll email it all to you guys. Try. Anyway. Hello, I'm here to hang out with you guys and have a little talk about my life and etc. But one of the most important things I like to start off with is with a song. It gives me clarity. It gives me a little bit of an awareness to be able to talk without thinking too much. So, my growing up in high school, me and my friends, we got involved in gangs. We started a gang called the West End Boys. And we were the predominant gang in Winnipeg up in the 80s. And we were pretty successful at what we were doing, trying to be the bad boys. And for me, it was all I knew because in my backyard, the North End of Winnipeg, at the time, the North End was the worst, second worst neighborhood in Canada. And, who would have thought it was run by the neighborhood of, First Nations people, Aboriginal, up in Canada. For some reason, we know how to live in poverty and do it well. Nothing against that, because, my brother still lives in it, and he lives a humble life, and he's a good guy. But what I'm trying to say is, in my backyard, that's all I knew, is looking into my backyard window and seeing prostitutes in the parking lot in the back, watching, the tricks happen, and people come and go, and front yard has drug paraphernalia, and for me, the actions were to follow what was in my neighborhood. And I remember one day, I wasn't really doing too good one year. I was about 16, and I was at a place where I didn't want to be around anymore. And a lot of people didn't know this except one man that I met. For some reason, he saw through my BS and came up to me and he said, "Hey Adam, let me show you another way to be Indian." And at the time, I was, you know, a pretty stubborn kid. You know, I don't have anybody, or I don't let anybody tell me what to do or have anybody say for me to listen. I didn't listen to a lot of people because I had the excuse that I lost my parents as a kid. So there's no authority. The parents were authority. So I was kind of a rebel in my own right. And jokingly, I was like, well, what do you mean another side of being Indian? And he basically showed me the traditional side. He said, let me show you what I know and what I grew up with. He's crashed out at the hotel right now. He's been my driver to get over here. And lives in Fond du Lac Reservation. So I go to Fond du Lac for my ceremonies. His name is Napoleon Ross. And he could see that my choices in my life, that I didn't want to be around anymore. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am today. A lot of people look at me and they're like, oh, Mr. Hollywood, acting, acting kind of gets you out of your situation. And it's like, no, you know, acting was passion, I believed in it. You know, something I like to do. Because I was still in gangs when I was making movies. You know, I got out of gangs when I was about 23. And the reason why I got out of gangs was because my best friend got caught for a shipment of drugs to Thunder Bay. And if I didn't have this movie, I'd be with him in the car. And for me, that was a decision to show me that, you know, do I want to have a future in Hollywood, or do I want to be a statistic and be that image that people think we are as Indian people? It's funny how people think about us. But now that I travel around the world, we're pretty damn cool. And but one of the things he taught me was about respect of self. So he said, come and see my friends that I work with. And I still didn't understand what he meant. But he slowly taught me that there is a traditional knowledge of respecting yourself. So I went to the house and there's about 10 Indians laying on the floor. We all know how that is. And he said, don't step over anybody. I want you to walk around everybody. So I did the zigzag around everybody, and at the end he's like, what did you learn? I was like, well, not to step on anybody. And he's like, no, you learn respecting other people. And he says, that's what I want to show you. And I thought it was a trick at first, but then I came to learn that one of his friends gave me a little stone that saved my life. And that teaching was the first teaching that I ever learned. And it was to be able to transfer all the emotions of hopelessness and talking to a little pebble stone that's in your hand and putting it somewhere. So it was almost like talking to myself. And eventually I talked myself out of hurting myself. Because that's why I got into gangs, it was just to hurt myself and want to hurt other people. So now, here I am, 20 years later, holding a drum. And this drum resonates something that clears my mind and my thoughts. Like, I don't think about what I'm going to talk about. I believe that I have an experience that I need to share with people. So for me, when people meet me, they're like, "Oh wow, Adam, you're really, honest about what you speak about." I don't even know it at times. It's just that I speak, whether it's good, whether it's bad. A lot of people like me because I can tell my story in about 5 minutes. I know myself that well. I know my hurts and pains. Part of the reason is because I'm an actor, so I have to know all that. So when I perform, and you see in the motion, it's coming from something. It's coming from me. It's a character that I'm playing. but all those emotions are mine. So whenever I'm working, because I lost my parents when I was 8 years old, so if I'm having to do a movie where I have to say I miss my mom, like I don't even have to act, that emotion's there. Or I hate my dad. I don't even have to act, it's there. I love them both, but I also hate them both. I always grew up saying it was their fault that they left me alone. I had abandonment issues till I was 28 years old. And then that's when I started realizing, you know, I gotta find out who Adam is. Because I realized that I wasn't me as a genetic makeup of my parents, trying to make everybody happy. So I took 2 years off to really digest who I was, and when I turned 30 years old, I told myself, you're gonna be Adam Beach. So I'm 39, so I'm really 9 years old. I'm just a little baby. Age. All right, I'm gonna sing you guys a song. I was told when you sing, there's no right way or wrong way, it's your way. Like smoke signals, John Wayne's teeth. John Wayne's teeth, there you go. You're praying. But at home, my drum will sit on my fireplace. Letting you guys in on my little lifestyle here. I come home and my drum sits on my fireplace. And, you know, twice a day, I'll walk by it and I'll tap it. And there's like a high note or a low note. And I wait until that there's a resonant, there's like this hum to it. And it's almost like I'm talking to it to really let me know when I'm supposed to use it. And when it hits that resonating sound, that's when I go outside. I think I'm jumping a lot, but I'm gonna be trying to say a lot in 40 minutes. I like talking for a long time. But the last time I was at home, I woke up, I have a lot of coincidences. I call them coincidences because a lot of people, they don't want to acknowledge that as human beings, we have a connection, especially with our ancestor, our native belonging of who we are. We have a connection to animals, the earth, because it's what we've done for thousands of years. So I was sleeping last week, and I was lying in bed, and my girlfriend's asleep, and I woke up, and I was like, babe, I think the hawk's outside. And I jumped up, and she thought I was crazy. But I heard these crows. The last time I heard them, a hawk was in the beach front of my house in a tree. That's another story. So I go out, and I look, and I was like, damn, not in a tree. I look down, and it's 2 houses down in a tree. Oh, wow. So I run in, try to get some tobacco. Don't have any tobacco. Damn. And I run out, and it's gone. And I'm like, oh, no. I could have sang to it. Anyways, and I go inside, grab my drum, and I said, time to sing a song. And I go outside, and it's 3 blocks in the backyard, down on another tree. And I was like, right on. So grab my drum, and I hit it, and I start singing. And within seconds, you just see this hawk go, whoosh, and it opens its wings, and it came and flew around me, dude. And I was like, oh my God, Liam, where are you? My girlfriend's sleeping. I gotta see this. So anyways, I have a lot of coincidences that remind me who I am and who we are, what we are, and what we're gonna be. There's a timeline in history that we don't pay really attention to, and that's our traditional teachings that hasn't changed. It's been lost in residential schools, assimilation. For the last 100 years, they've been telling us not to be Indian. And I like quoting that for the next 100 years, we're going to show them how to be Indian. Right, guys? You know what I'm talking about. Wish I could sing like them. Boy, probably have eagles come to my house. Have a mole coming. So, it's good to be Indian. I have a phrase, to be or not to be Indian? That is the question. All right, I'm gonna sing a song. Spirits here.
It's not what you think. I'm gonna hide that. Hide that right there.
When you sing and you sing it wrong, there's no right and wrong, you just sing what comes here. Sometimes I go in a high voice, sometimes I go in a low voice. You know, it depends on how I feel. But
Then you go into deep voice.
then you go in a deep voice. All right. So last 10 years, let's rewind the clock. When I was 16 years old, I had a dream. I thought I heard Martin Luther King. Anyways, and that dream was to be an actor. That dream was to go to Hollywood. You know what my family and friends said? Well, never gonna happen, Beach. Never gonna make it to Hollywood. Indians don't go to Hollywood. Go to school, be a police officer, be a teacher, carpenter. Can't even use a hammer. I was the only kid out of my family that didn't do hard labor. I liked smooth hands. I like cutting my nails. Where's my nail clipper? It's in the hotel. Yeah. But for many years, I had to just struggle with having people, not agree or not kind of see what I wanted to do as an actor, what I wanted to be. And 20 years later, here I am. And I can officially say that all of my dreams have come true. Growing up, sitting on the bleachers, daydreaming about movies, wanting to be Johnny Depp. I am Johnny Depp. How good of an actor I am. He doesn't exist, he's not real, it's me. But wait. But now he's playing Tonto, Lone Ranger. I'm like, let me be the real Indian. But he's okay. He's got a tattoo of an Indian. He's cool. But so I thought it was funny too. Trying to talk here. I started stand-up comedy. If you guys don't know, true story. My ex left me and said, no more. Broke my heart. We're good friends. And then about 5 months later, she dated this famous comedian. And I was like, I can't have that. I gotta be funny. My daughter has to look at me and say, Daddy's more funnier than you. So I became a comedian. Then they broke up. I'm still a comedian. Where was I? Dreams come true. So I'm at a position now where, since everything's come true for me, my only thing now in my life is to make sure that every single one of you guys will have an opportunity at least once, if you want it, to try to walk, try to learn, teach yourself, motivate, and become an actor, film producer, art director, whatever it is, animation, caterer, wardrobe. There's many possibilities. So in the last 10 years, I've been focusing on another dream. It's not for me, it's for you guys, for a house. The first Native American studios. Better than Disney. Instead of a mouse, we have a muskrat. I like it, I see it. Hey, Beaver! Get over here, huh? So, yesterday, I had some investors come and see the opportunity and the vision and the plan that I have, and they really like it. And I'm hoping that in a week, I can make a phone call and somebody over here can say, hey, Adam's got his studios. Anything is possible. There is nothing we can't do. If I can build a Disney Studios, but it's Native American owned, what else can we do? The only reason why I want to do this is to create a thing called unity. Do you know what unity is? Yes. We come together, we share our thoughts, we make things better. How many communities can do that? Not a lot. We're always saying, we're better than you, I'm better than you. Hey, that's pretty good. Hold up. I'm playing a mixed martial artist in May, so I gotta practice my. Yeah. Can't even kick over anybody's shoulder, let alone wrestle. I I can wrestle and though. What? So what I'm trying to say is that the reason why we're here is to try to encourage, to try to kind of, the phrase plant the seed, to try to find out what it is that you desire as a passion, not as something saying, oh here, try this. Oh, you don't like it? Damn. Hey, let me try another one of that. 2, 4, 6, 12, 7, that's good. Here, wait. Here's, try this opportunity. We, as Native people, whether you like it or not, we become a dependent society. We depend on other people to do everything for us. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that. Do I get it? No, not really. We have to try to figure out what can we do for ourselves. Ourselves. How do you take yourself away from everybody and you're alone in this gymnasium? And the gymnasium is yours to create the impossible, the possible. And that's what we're trying to do this for you, is to create that. It's difficult because some of us can't even walk out our front door of our house and feel like we really are a part of a reservation or a part of a place, because there's demographics, there's society, there's family struggles, there's things that are out there that a lot of people get affected by. I lost my parents when I was 8 years old, so I didn't even really look at failure as an option, because I said, what else can I lose? I lost the most important things in my life. So there's nothing you could do to emotionally charge me or damage me. I'm already damaged, so I might as well, I want to be a Hollywood star. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't say anything, because that's what I'm going to do. There was nobody that anybody could do because of that damaged feelings that I had. So I built up these walls of abandonment, anger, fear. But when I built up those walls, I didn't block anybody out. I just felt like I was a tank, that I was looking through a peephole, and I was pushing out anybody who didn't want to support me, because I knew where I wanted to go. So I want to be here to support you guys. I'm building something when it's completed. Everybody's going to be like, what did he just do? I just did the impossible. And I'm going to continue. I have 10 channels on a cable network that I've owned for 2 years now. And everybody's like, why don't you do anything about it? Why don't you do something with it? Why don't you make some money with it? Because that's not what I'm about. What I have to do is plan an opportunity that those channels are given and used for our people. For free, no cost. But Adam, each channel is worth $600 million. That doesn't matter, because you guys are worth way more than that. So my plan is to build 2 schools in Winnipeg. One in Winnipeg, one in Victoria, film schools. The other one will be in Arizona. And these schools, I'm going to ask 2 people from Red Lake to come to those schools. All I need is 2. Because when you leave my school and you come back here, I will set you up as an independent production company. I'll give you cameras, editing suite, and a sound system. And you go around and document whatever it is about Red Lake, good or bad, musicians, muskrats, homeboys. What's up? I like those guys. Oh, not that way, huh? Hey. Y'all know, he's friendly. And then you guys come here, and you guys get a half hour on my cable network. You will own your own half hour worldwide network channel for free, because I own it. That's what I'm trying to do. So in my school, I'll have 2 individuals from every reservation in North America. They will go home and have their own independent production company. Why I'm doing that is because I've asked the leaders of all these reservations I've been to, and they were like, this is 10 years ago. Adam, what can we do for the youth? How can we make them you? Get them a computer, camera, sound system, and bring in a couple of people to teach them how to be filmmakers. Oh, okay. And nobody's really done much about that. So instead of going through the big guys, the guys who run the show, I'm gonna do it by getting the 2 passionate ones to run their own show, and hopefully there'll be more coming to the school, and you guys can soon build a larger independent company, because everything you do, every idea you create will be going through the Native American studio. And also I'm building a film fund, or gonna start one. I have this idea. Hollywood is mostly run by this group of people. They have a lot of money. But in Indian country, we have a lot of money. With casinos alone, there's $28 billion a year. Maybe 26. Something like that. And I'm trying to create a film fund. Maybe, let's say 250 million of that 28 billion. It's not a lot. It's a lot, but it's not a lot. And you take that money and you're basically going into this circle and moving a few people over and becoming an ownership of Hollywood by investing in an industry that never loses money. It's called a film fund. Big dreams, big hopes. But that will be available for everybody who's involved in what we do as an industry. How do I know this? I hear people talk. I talk, they talk. So, I'm here as an inspiration. Someone who wants to go around hanging out with the Harrison Fords, Clint Eastwoods. In Hollywood, amongst my friends, I'm known as the Indian. Why? Because I am. Hey Adam, how's your day? I talked to Grandmother Moon last night. What'd she say? She said, stick out, Mother hurt. Mother hurts? No, Mother hurt. To let you guys know, I am so respected in Hollywood because I'm Indian. And when they know that I sing, I do ceremony, I have my pipe, those things resonate worldwide because we are a people in history that is the caretakers of this Mother Earth. And if you notice in certain movies, a lot of the movies, they like to use our mythology, our creation stories, our whatever term it is out there. We are in the hearts and minds of a lot of people worldwide in a good way because they know that no matter what, nobody's going to take away what is rightfully ours. Do you know what a sovereign nation is? A sovereign nation is a country within this country. So Red Lake, it's a sovereign nation, right? You're your own country within this country of America. That's powerful. You guys know the Vatican? You guys are larger than the Vatican. The Vatican is a sovereign nation. It's not big at all. But they're one of the wealthiest religious entities in the world. What are they doing that you're not doing? What do they do right as a sovereign nation? I always think in my mind, what would the Jewish people do? Create a studio. I can do that. You know? Because the opportunities we have here, I'm going to take my experience and I want to help you guys out. And I've known Happy for about 15 years. And I've always wanted more, dream big. You know, coming here, it's an honor for me to be in your territory. I'm from up in Manitoba. I come here for ceremonies. I come here for sweat lodge, teaching, bear medicine. I'm Bear Clan, Ogimau Makawa, leading bear men. So, autographs, I'll sign out here somewhere. I love you all. I could talk more. Am I supposed to be off the clock?
No.
I'll talk, I'll sing. Okay, this is a song I sing to my daughter. Go to sleep, my little girl. Close your eyes to the spirit world. Mommy always loved you. Daddy will take good care of you. Hey, I wait. And then she's asleep. Thank you very much.
Evan, before you take questions, I'm the principal promoting you. And I would like to present one of our Wear Pride t-shirts and a lanyard from our high school as a thank you for coming to visit us today. On behalf of our students, staff, and parent advisory committee, thank you so much.
I want to ask you guys, I make t-shirts and I love wearing American apparel. Is it okay that I take this and put it on American apparel so I can wear it all? I'm very picky about my t-shirts. I've got sensitive Indian skin. It's kind of olive color, not brown. Any questions, guys, girls? You can get a hold of me through Tom, through the principal, through Happy. Yeah, I call him Tom B, but when you put it together, it's Tomb. It's in the Tomb.
What do you think about Johnny Depp playing Tonto?
I I think Johnny Depp playing Tonto is amazing. I read the script, I called them, and they're like, I'm giving it to Johnny. And the script is amazing, and him as an actor, when you see it, you're gonna say, yeah, Johnny's the guy. It's a cool movie. And he's smart. He's supposed to be a smart Indian. Man, Hollywood is just changing things.